Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And I am back here at 222 because we are going back to the basics. And we're going to talk about Astronaut mode today. And in order to do that, we need to jump out of build mode, and we're going to grab some of this astronaut stuff and stick in our hand. We go on our flashlight, and I'd like to talk to a trader. Now that is a trader from an advanced shop. We talked about those a little before. I'd like to buy some personal equipment. I have a helmet. Oops. What I actually want is a rocket launcher, a sniper rifle, a torch beam. Let's see, sport tool. I have a healing beam, transporter beacon, I think. Do I have a transporter beacon? No, I don't. Want something else? Oh, I guess we'll do the transporter beacons later, but I'm going to pick one up now. Sport tool, marker beam, grapple beam, build inhibitor. Oh, I don't think I have one of those. Actually, told the truth, I don't think I've ever actually used one. Anyway, goodbye. Let's see. We're going to talk about a handful of these tools today. Not all of them, but basically how to use tools. First up, the flashlight. If you have it in your hotbar and you highlight it, just like any other game, and you click, you turn on your flashlight. And you blind the NPC. All like the other tools, like your laser pistol, it's just point and click. Laser pistols are random colors, by the way. There's a healing beam, which can be used for healing players or blocks. Power supply beam, which cannot power supply NPCs, but they can supply power to other things. For example, let's build a ship here. And let's see, let's give it some of these blocks here. There we go. And if we were to hop out using R, now if we shoot this ship with power, injected 50 power per second. So by clicking using this power supply beam, which you get at the start, you can click and hold, and you can charge a planet, a station, a spaceship. You can give it 50 power per second. And that's just something it does. So if you're totally out of power or you're stranded somewhere with nothing but a power supply beam, you can get power. In fact, I forget when it was, maybe in season 1 or series 1 or at least series 2, that I started a survival game on a planet with absolutely nothing but a power supply tool in my pocket, and was able to build up, well, actually the goal was to get off planet, which you can do in less than 10-15 minutes, but still, demonstration that this is probably the most important survival tool you have is the power supply beam. Marker beam, you can use this for marking things, usually jump gates, things like that. We'll talk about that, probably not in a basic series, but in a more advanced. And I also have tutorials about them elsewhere. Rocket launcher does exactly what you think. It launches rockets. And a sniper rifle, which has a zoom, is a sniper rifle. And has a large cooldown as well. The cutting torch, this is a cool tool, because this is a weapon. Of course, it's a weapon. But notice I'm holding down right shift to get that block information. That one right there. 362 is the tip points of this block. This will very slowly cut through the block. Very slowly. And what's neat about this particular tool is it ignores shields. So you can use this tool to cut through anything. Practically anything. Actually, yes, any block you can destroy with enough time. You can destroy it with this tool, but it takes forever. There we go. Well, Yeah, you can destroy a faction module. Actually, that's a good idea. So if you have a torch tool and a few hours, you can probably even break into a ship. There we go, and now it broke. So there's the torch tool, very important, especially if you're doing any sort of boarding maneuvers. That is very useful. Healing beam. All right, let's show how that works. We're gonna torch this block, and it's gonna drop to, oh, we're gonna drop it to 350 or below. Now we hold down our thing, look at the hit points there, and boom, it's back to 400. You can also use this on players. I believe that's its actual intended purpose, is to be used on players. Now, if you hold down your shift button and scroll, you get you can see like a third-person view. If you hold down your middle mouse button, you can, and move your mouse, you can rotate around your character. And looks like he still has some directionaliness. This is Dave, by the way. It's the default skin. I haven't got around to putting in my normal skin since I've done a reinstall. See, and that's basically it for your tool set. You have a few weapons. The pistol does very little, if anything, to, yeah, it's not even enough to get through the armor of this block here. Sniper rifle does a little damage to this basic armor. But these are not intended to be used against spaceships. Actually, they used to do a lot more damage. I wonder if they got nerfed in quickfire. I don't remember seeing anything about personal weapons. Anyway, they used to do a lot more. In fact, you could take out blocks with your laser. Not no more, apparently. It does absolutely nothing to standard armor. Not standard armor, basic armor. Hull. Okay, cool. Let's see. We talked about power supply, marker beam, flashlight, rocket launcher, helmet. Let's see. This is mostly a role-playing thing, but if you have a helmet, you can wear a helmet. And if you lose your helmet, you can go to an advanced trader and buy it. And now you're wearing a helmet. Some people wear helmets, some don't. Whatever. Make you look a little cooler or less cool, depending on how you wear your helmet. Now, let's see. We're going to hop into creative mode for our next lesson here, because we're going to learn about gravity. I'm going to lump this in with astronaut mode. Let's see, let's grab one of them. Gravity modules. And an 8x8. Yeah, there we go. So a gravity module allows for false gravity, and there are other ways of doing this as well, but this is the quickest and easiest. Notice when you have it and then the invisible placey downy mode, if you have the semi-invisible or semi-transparent, if you have it set up like that, but there's an arrow. The arrow is telling you which way gravity goes. So you can rotate it with your mouse wheel in advanced build mode. You can do all types of cool stuff. We're going to do that one there. So let's hop out of here. So you look at it and you press R. I am now in gravity. I can jump, and you have like a super jump. Like what Mario Dasheen jump in StarMade. Which is good. I guess we have less gravity. And then you can look at this one, and all of a sudden now, this is the floor. And that is the wall. You can do all types of cool stuff with gravity. Gravity elevators were very popular at one time. And you can do things like this. This one, we had gravity pointing straight up. So now, the floor is the ceiling. Let's see. I don't think I have a ship with a gravity elevator as much, or gravity hallway. Let's pull in a Inferno frigate. It's been forever since I've actually walked around inside one. F1, F8 to hop in. And I keep gravity blocks everywhere. Oh, I know, we can just use the elevator. All right, so there's our elevator. You can drop down. Now, what the old gravity elevators did was, basically, you had a block, you hit the button, and it flung you, so the floor was now the ceiling, and the ceiling is the floor. Then you had either a manual gravity to get back up, or a logic system that snapped you back in position, and they were very fancy. Rails are much easier to use than are much more reliable than the finicky old gravity systems. But yeah, if you want, you can even have like this. So you make 2 floors. Now it's really hard to build upside down, but if you wanted, you could not have a traditional ceiling. You have 2 bridges right here. Put more workstations, and people walk. You might want to space it out a little more so they don't get hits, but that is one way to do it. But although I typically use for more more frequently, I use gravity for hallways, gravity elevators. I believe this ship is equipped with a gravity elevator in transporter room, the brig. There's an airlock. Are you living quarters? Engineering. Is it engineering or hangars? It's been forever since I've actually walked around in this ship. Oh. Yeah, no, we can do it here. So if you have a really long hallway, one trick is you can put down your gravity block. Oops. All right. There's something here that's blocking me, but put down your gravity block. So when you're in astronaut mode, if you hold down right or left control, you can see the orientation thing on the right of the screen. The red face on the gravity is the direction you're going to fall. So I pointed it that way, so when I click this, I now fall down the hall instead of having to walk it. So then if I pop that there, I fall back down the hall. Now it is a little bit disorienting. And then we can get this one and yeah, like that, and then we fall. Oops. All right. See. There. No. There. No. It's harder to build like this. I wanna see the red block. I'm gonna put it down. There we go. No. Oh. Oh, it's putting it in orientation of the ship. Ah, okay. That's interesting. No, it's not. All right. I have no idea how I'm orienting this, and now I'm stuck in a sideways gravity. Such is life. Science bay. Do I have any gravity blocks in there? How many gravity blocks? I used to have gravity blocks everywhere. There's one. There we go. Set up your gravity elevators before you start using them is probably the lesson we should learn here. But that is one way to get around long hallways or to get around your ship quickly. It's just a little bit silly, but it's fun. Oh, it's room X. Room X is big empty room. Nothing in it. Anywho, that's basic navigation in astronaut mode. Oh, R is activate. So if you come to a door or pop up that says activate, R turns it on and off. You can do that with logic, doors, anything interactable will be done with R. R. Like the door to this entertainment, a rec room. And I don't remember what this is. Oh, officer's quarters. Yes, it is. Grief, it has been forever. I built this on camera, but it's been off forever since I've been actually inside this vessel. Strange, I spend all this time building these things, and I don't actually look at them very often. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade. That's the captain's let's say captain's log. It's not his log. Captain's quarters. This has been StarMade, and we've talked a little about astronaut mode and some miscellaneous stuff. It's been fun. And I will dig you cats later.